Hey guys, Gerber Games here. My name is Noah, and today we're here with Gracie,
Hey guys, what's going on?
and we're gonna be reading some horror stories. Now, without further ado, let's begin, because the perfect thing to do on vacation is read horror stories.
Yes, let's absolutely just spook ourselves
Alright.
crapless. This would be great. Noah, do you have a little pillow or something that you can hide your face behind if it gets too scary?
Ooh, right here.
Right there, alright. Hey,
Alright.
anyway, I've got mine. Do you want to get started?
Alright. Who do you want to go first?
What about you?
I guess I'll go first. Alright. I'm gonna be reading. It was a dark December evening. Winter break from school. My then girlfriend Liz and I were cuddled up on the couch watching Christmas movies on Netflix with my two young brothers. My mother was at work and my girlfriend's mom was running errands. My little sister was at an after-school center across the street from our house. The movie, I think it was Elf, was still playing. I was getting really bored from it and got up to get a drink. Before I could enter the refrigerator, the doorbell rang. I walked up to the door and I see a man, about mid-50s. He was American and dressed in a dark brown winter coat. I asked who it was. It's Vince from down the street. Can I come in? I opened the door, but why would my mom want to see a man to clean the gutters when she has me? Because after that, he claims that he wanted to clean our gutters. More so, why would she want him to do it at a time like this? It looks like it was past 9, when in reality, it was like 7. Why is this guy so persistent, I thought? This guy's begging me for money now. It can't be so much money if my mom has to buy us necessities. My sister started to call my mom to tell her, but then the light shut off. It made us all let out a surprised noise. Also freaked us out a bit more than before. Her phone, of course, died not long after. The movie was over and my oldest nephew was asleep. I was trying to get the baby boy to sleep when my girlfriend's mom came through the door. She looked weirded out. "Ma, what's wrong?" Liz said. "That man tried to get in the car with me." Hearing that, my heart nearly stopped. I gave my nephew to my girlfriend a weird look, a shocked look, matter of fact. And I never told my girlfriend about that part. Her mother only told me. I didn't want to scare her. My breathing was heavy at this point. He then turned around slowly and walked down the street. I never heard from the man again. To most, that doesn't seem scary at all. But the most scariest part, he never lived in that street. The end!
Okay, that was good.
Alright,
Oh,
thank
man.
you.
Can you
Now-
imagine a guy just coming in and wanting to clean your gutters at like 9 in the night? Gosh.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty suspicious. And the part that scared me the most was that he begged for money and he didn't even live on their street.
Yeah, that's really suspicious.
Yes.
Anyway,
Now.
I have
Yes.
a tale up my sleeve.
All right. Go for it.
So, this is from the perspective of someone on Reddit. So this is my first time posting, mainly because I haven't had any experience worth writing about until today. To begin, I live in a small town in Tennessee. I live far back in the woods, on top of a mountain. I have some neighbors, but not walking distance away. Across my driveway is a road that leads to TVA. That is usually pretty busy around this time of year, but with the whole coronavirus business, no one has really been around. Anyway, about 2 weeks or so ago, I noticed a car on that road, pulled off to the side of the road, abandoned. I didn't really think anything of it at first. I just thought it was a pretty weird spot for someone to leave their car, but other than that, I didn't think twice about it. Today, however, was different. I was on my usual morning walk down my driveway which is about half a mile long, and I normally don't walk all the way down because I don't want to get too close to the road and run into any creeps. I I should note that I am a 20-year-old female, and I'm about only 5'7" and about 120 pounds, and I have asthma. Today, I decided to walk all the way to the mailbox and grab the mail for a little extra time outside since I have been cooped up inside for a week or so. I wish I hadn't. It was a pretty normal walk at first. I was jogging up, uh, cut. I was I was jogging most of the way, and I stopped to catch my breath and continued walking the rest of the way. I noticed the car still sitting across my driveway, and I also noticed something moving next to it. I stopped to try and see what it was, but I couldn't see very well since it was pretty far away, and I could only look through openings in trees. So I continued down, and when I got to my mailbox, I noticed a man standing next to the car. I figured it was the owner of the car, but didn't think much of it until I noticed he wasn't doing anything, just staring at me. I froze for a second. I did a small wave with my fingers and forced a fake smile out in hopes that he would wave back and continue doing whatever he was doing. But he just stared. At this point, I was really freaked out, and as soon as I turned my back on him, I heard the sound of feet stepping on leaves behind me. So I started to run back up my driveway. As I was running, I could hear shuffling in the bushes behind me, and what sounded like footsteps just a few feet behind me. I didn't know what to do other than run. I had my phone on me, sure, but no one would be able to make it to me in time. But I knew my dogs and my boyfriend were just up the driveway in my house, so I could just outrun this guy. I would be safe. I continued to hear the footsteps until about halfway up my driveway, and they just stopped. I stopped behind a tree to catch my breath and look through a clearing in the trees, see the man turn around, tiptoeing back to the car. I'm still pretty freaked out by the whole thing, and since this happened today, I've not seen the man again. I plan to do my usual walk still tomorrow, but I will bring my boyfriend with me this time. Hopefully, this was just a misunderstanding, although I don't think it was. Anyway,
Wow.
the end.
That was really good.
Oh, I know, right? My gosh. Wow.
These stories, I gotta say, they're pretty good. Are you ready to hear mine?
Go for it.
Alright, here we go. This happened around 4 years ago. I live in a 2-story home, and I hear many noises sometimes, and I always just think they're house noises. Anyways, I was just getting up from streaming to go use the bathroom. While I was in there, I heard some noises coming from my parents' bedroom closet. Almost sounded like boxes opening, but this time I didn't think it was a house noise. I called out, "Mom," but then remembered that she was outside in the front yard. So I go and check what the noise was. Now I've only been in my parents' closet once, and that was only about a month ago. My mom and dad kept their shoes and shoe boxes in there, but when I checked, I didn't find any shoes or shoe boxes. I also noticed that the light was on. Then I heard a really weird metal noise. And so I called my mom over, and it turns out that wasn't my mom or dad. So we called the police, and 3 men came out in handcuffs. All of them looked very tall and strong. They looked crazy. Then the officer told my parents where they were hiding, but they didn't tell me. I only found out a week later that the men have been living in our vents and sleeping in the walls of my room.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that was crazy.
Oh, that is scary. Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine a week of them living in there? I mean, how long? Oh my gosh, you find out a week later? I would not be able to get any sleep until I figured that out. And after that, I would not be able to get any sleep.
Oh, Me either. I
I
would
would want to get the
beg
heck
my
out of that apartment as fast as possible.
yeah, I would beg my parents like, or just beg the landlord, please give me a new room.
Yeah,
Gosh.
well, that was really good. These stories are amazing. Now, Gracie, I think you have another one?
Yes, one last one to end the night.
Ooh, okay.
Used to live in a small two-bedroom apartment, and my 4-year-old son would sometimes get scared and sleep in my room. One morning, I was waking up, still in my bed, and groggy. I saw a man from the back in what looked like a black jacket walking from our closet to exiting the room. I was convinced I was dreaming, so I tried to go back to sleep. My son, who was awake by then, said, Mom, you're here. I looked at him and said, Of course I am. Where else would I be? Then who was that walking out of our room? My mom said. I ran out to the living room to see if someone was there, but no one was. The door was completely unlocked. I looked out in the hall and no one was there. I thought maybe it was a maintenance man who let themselves in, but they had a strict policy that I would have to let in maintenance to do any work. That was unlikely explanation. I still don't know who it was.
Wow. These have been great stories.
I know, right? Ooh, literally getting my adrenaline pumping just hearing all this.
Wow. Thank you
Oh my
guys
god.
so much for watching this video. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and trying out new content. Well, without that, alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye!